Hello. This week's piece is a little end table that is an extra. I bought 3 end tables at one time and I did 2 over. There's a video on it. They were melange paint, I want to say tobacco brown, really pretty. I had them in my bedroom. I took them out and I put them in another room. And I had this one end table left over because I had them kind of spread out through the bedrooms. And so it's not old. There's nothing wrong with it. I did change the knob and I put a backing plate behind the knob at one time, but you know, I'll take that off afterwards and I'll put like a knob that matches my design. So this week's piece is going to be submitted for the challenge Garage Band Flip. It's hosted by Margie at the Asking Spot. So thank you very much, Margie, for hosting this and letting a bunch of, hello, that's Louise. She's being naughty today. Having a bunch of artists get together and present their designs for a music-inspired piece. So I am going to paint this again. It's black, but it has a little bit of a false wood top with some detailing around the edge, and I'm just going to do it just black in mud paint. That's a clay-based paint. I'm just going to do it over. It will be a matte finish, and then I have a number of colors of acrylic paint because the design will be totally hand painted. So, yep, I hope you enjoy it and thank you for watching. And yeah, let's get started. Hi, my name is Kat from Owling Dog. I love creative arts and restoring old furniture and other items. The time you spend watching this channel is appreciated. I hope you subscribe and like these videos, which helps circulate the content. Feel free to drop a comment. All of these are appreciated. Well, let's go see what's in the barn. Okay. The piece isn't really dirty. I've already wiped it down, but now I'm going to just give it a little spray with some alcohol, just to remove any kind of oils from the hands or any other thing that may have touched it with all the moving around. I usually like to start with the piece upside down when I have these little legs, because it just makes it easier to get to that part of the cabinet. I'm at my son's house, and I'm going to put a different black paint on here. This is the Folk Art Home Decor. And I don't have a, I don't have a spray bottle. So I might just put a little bit of water on the brush. I'm using the zebra brush, which I bought for the walls, but I don't like it. So hey, how you doing? Yeah, it looks good actually. I don't know how it looks in that view, but I found some steel wool. I can take the knits off with it. I didn't have a measuring tape handy, so I used a paintbrush, holding it from the edge of the ferrule to the edge of the table just to make sure. And then I just used my eyesight. I can pretty much tell if something is level or even by looking at it. Here I'm taping off the edges of the drawer because I'm going to add some gilding wax, and I want one straight edge. Just so much taping. I didn't show all the placing the tapes and taking them apart. There's a few spaces where it bled through, but here's the thing, this all needs shadows, so I'm not going to worry about a little bleed through because I'm going to be adding shadows to it. So now I'm just going to go over the edge right here with some black paint, and I'll be adding a little bit of gray shadow right near the top too, but so I'm just adding the black paint for right now. And this is just the acrylic paint. More taping, but here's the thing. I'm just going to do a tonal stripe. So this has the chalk paint layer on it, and I'm going to go over it with black acrylic paint. So you'll just barely see stripes. Now, when I do these stripes, I tape each side right and left, and then this time I just went right, left, right, left, right, left until I got to the middle and made a minor adjustment to make sure that the stripes were even. It works every time. I don't know why. For the keyboard, of course, I had to be more careful and measure, but for these type of stripes, I can do it without laying down 3 pieces of tape and pulling up the middle. It's very easy. Just start on each side and then keep building up until you get to the center, and then make whatever adjustment you need. It's perfect. It's drying. Now, I didn't record the taping of the black keys and the spaces in between the white keys. It just seemed too tedious to watch, and there was a lot of layers of paint and drying time, which might feel a little confusing because you're watching me do the gilding wax and then you're watching me do the stripes on the bottom shelf. But there was just a lot of layers and a lot of taping and a lot of drying time. So I kept busy by painting these different sections. So if it seems convoluted, I apologize. But it was literally in the order in which I had done all that. Right here, I'm doing some shadow highlights on the black keys, and then more shadows in between the white keys. Like I said, there's a lot of layers and highlights, and it's not totally realistic, but you know, you want to do a little bit of shading so that it brings a nod to the realism of what a keyboard actually looks like. I put a coat of shellac on it. And I'm just going to go over it with some Howard's Citrus Shield. This week, we participated in a challenge. It was the Garage Band Flip, presented or hosted by Margie of the Asking Spot. And we want to thank Margie for putting this all together and getting it all uploaded for Sunday on Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. This was a little side table that I did over. It was originally black, but I did it in another black paint. I did it in a mineral paint the first time, but I didn't like the texture of it. So I went over it with a black chalk paint, and I like that a lot better. I did a whole lot of taping. Just a million pieces of tape. I didn't record all of it because it just would have made you crazy. And I did the hand painting of the roses and the petals. I did a newspaper decoupage. You know, I'm at my son's house, so I don't have everything here. I painted a rose on the inside. You can't see it, but there's a piece of newspaper print inside the drawer just to dress it up a little bit. And it actually mentions a high school band, which I thought was really appropriate. I put a new knob on it and did some copper gilding wax details. I did copper gilding wax on the legs as well, and then I did some tonal stripes on the bottom shelf, and that looks really nice. I went over it with shellac and just a spray shellac, and then I did some Howard's Citrus Shield wax to give it a really nice finish, and it's kind of cute. So I hope you have a wonderful Mother's Day and a great rest of your weekend, and thank you again for watching. If you like these videos, consider liking and subscribing to the channel, and then you'll be aware when I upload new content. And thank you again. I wish you all good and beautiful things.